Because I'm embarrassed and ashamed. Because I lied and I misled a lot of people.
And so what's next? Is Mike O'Hearn going to be the next guy? Hey everyone, I am not actually natural. I took PDs all along. Coach Greg, and in today's video, the Liver King admits to using steroids, that he lied to us all along, and he goes over exactly why. And so I'm going to watch the video and respond and let you know, what do I think of all of this?
I've stated that this is a complicated topic, at least to me it is.
And so I personally don't think it's all that complicated. And so he was a fake natty, and now he's coming clean and saying, I'm not actually natural. But let's listen to why he says it's so complicated.
Before social media, I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous.
And so he says it's very difficult to do things in front of the public eye. Well, not really. As long as you're honest, nothing is hard. If you explain things, say, I'm on HRT, I do this, I do that, this is the reasons, well, it is what it is. But as soon as you start lying, making up lies, that makes it much more difficult. One lie leads to the next, and sooner or later, you almost believe it yourself. You might even tell the world that it's duck eggs that got you all that muscle.
I've done steroids, and yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician.
And so this is the same as me. I abused steroids for years, approximately 10, and now I'm no longer abusing them. I'm on HRT prescribed by my doctor, making sure that I'm healthy.
Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living.
I guess it has nothing to do with having a multi-million-dollar company and spreading lies on how he got that physique. Because let's be honest, does he actually have to have single-digit body fat to promote people to not suffer from depression? Would it not be just as effective to have 15% body fat, live a healthy lifestyle, not be as jacked? After all, when you're as shredded as the Liver King, it can actually cause depression. It doesn't help it. When you're crash dieting, trying to walk around with 6% body fat year round, that is not good for your mental health. It's in fact worse. Many people just starve themselves to look great, to look like the Liver King. And what results from that? Well, they then binge eat more than they did, gain a bunch of weight, and so they're yo-yo dieting. And as many of you know, when you crash diet, it will lower your testosterone levels, and that in fact can lead to depression.
I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch the stuff, not gonna touch the stuff, never touch the stuff.
And so why couldn't he have just said, yes, I am prescribed whatever milligrams of testosterone a week, prescribed by my doctor, and it has nothing to do with my ancestral tenets. After all, when I make videos, I often will say I'm on 140 milligrams of test a week. We all know I abused steroids in the past. I was an IBU pro bodybuilder. Now I'm on 140 milligrams each and every week, and I monitored my doctor. I still preach following the circle diet, that calories in, calories out is how you lose weight, and that you can get my freaking cookbook. I also have a harder than last time supplement company, of which is doing extremely well. And I don't have to lie and pretend that I'm natural in order to sell any of my programs. And so I don't know why he couldn't have just said, hey, I'm not actually natural. Would that not been the simple answer?
I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs.
And so if he was 36 years natural and decided to go on hormone replacement, taking GH and so on, then why not just admit it? Why not just say, this is what I'm doing? Why not take away the stigma of using HRT? All too often, people are scared to admit what they're taking. They're prescribed legitimate medication for their doctor and they keep it a secret. They don't want anyone to know because people say, oh, you're on HRT? Well, you're a cheater. You only have that physique because of what you're taking. Not because you trained for 36 years, not because you eat healthy or train appropriately, but it's all because of that drug. And so he says he's now going to be open about it. He's going to talk about, say what he's taking. He says it's okay as long as you're being monitored by a professional. I'm sure most of you will agree. If your doctor's literally prescribing it because they think you need it more than you don't, then does that not make sense? Should you not be allowed to do that?
In 2021, when I was 43 years old, I didn't feel 100% physically or cognitively. So I went to get monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician.
It could have been that his testosterone levels were crushed from not eating enough food. You can't walk around like the Liver King as a natural athlete and think your hormones are going to be okay. We are not born to be this shredded. I don't care how many ancestral tenets you're following. It's not healthy to be this lean. Look at Tristan Lee. The guy was shredded. He's a teenager. Carnivore diet, eating all meats and so on. Does he look healthy? The guy has talked out about how he doesn't feel good, the pressure to look good, that he's been starving himself, training all the time, taking over 20,000 steps a day to get shredded. And more recently, he's upped his calories, training less, and feels 100% better.
It's also true that I've tried pharmaceutical grade growth hormone, and I finally found success in managing therapeutic levels in the normal range.
And so that remains to be seen. If he was in fact taking $15,000 a month worth of growth hormone, it's highly unlikely he was only in the normal range. But perhaps he'll speak to this, explain exactly how many IUs of GH he was actually taking. I'm sure everyone will want to know.
And no, I don't take any other steroids like nandrolone or Winstrol, but I have tried them in the past without success.
Sounds like when Bill Clinton said he was smoking a joint, but he didn't inhale.
And didn't inhale and never tried it again.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Monica Lewinsky. Really? Are you sure? And so he took Winstrol and Deca and it didn't work? It wasn't effective? Where is he getting this stuff that wasn't effective? I've never known anyone to take Deca and Winstrol and not notice anything from it, unless it's 100% fake.
Yes, it's also true that my blood chemistry got off.
Well, I'm pretty sure if you take PDs and it's actually real and not fake, and it caused your blood work to get all cookbooked up, that it probably had some kind of an effect on you, that it probably helped to build muscle.
Nope. The Liver King brand has had nothing, or at least very little, to do with my business success.
That would be like saying that Coach Greg being on YouTube, that it did nothing for cookbook sales and supplements and so on. I simply don't believe that. The amount of marketing you can do when you're as famous as the Liver King, it's absolutely unbelievable. And so to say, oh, I don't think it made that much difference, didn't really help me. Really?
Nope. I've never had ab implants, ab etching, or any other plastic surgery.
Well, maybe not. He's lied to us in the past. Is it possible he's continuing to lie about a few things now? Is it possible that he's telling truth? Maybe. Is it possible that he's still continuing to lie but admitting a couple things? Maybe as well. Is he really only on 120 milligrams of test each and every week? Has he taken nothing else in the last year? He says he's done Deca, Nandrolone, as Winstrol in the past, growth hormone, peptides. And so how do we know how long he did those things? And how do we know he's only on 120 milligrams now? And so he says 85% of people suffer from self-esteem issues. And so I'm not going to debate that. I totally believe that. Remember that video of Liver King where he said, well, I feel fat, I have fat here, don't like it? Well, it was pretty obvious to me that Liver King probably doesn't like the way he looks.
And if I were gonna go get liposuction, I'll tell you right now, it wouldn't be on the abs.
Where would you get it?
On the goddamn love handles that hang over the shorts.
When people say, I desperately want single-digit body fat, I want to look this way, I need to look this way, well, the chances are they're doing that because they don't like the way they look, they don't have a high self-esteem. But that doesn't give you the right to go and make YouTube videos and be a fake natty and say, well, I only did that because I have self-esteem issues. All that does is cause even more people to have self-esteem issues. They're saying, well, look at this Liver King. Look at this physique. Look at this freak. It's amazing. And they compare him to themselves, and what do they think? Oh, I'm not as worthy as he is. Look how good he looks. And so people then will have even lower self-esteem. In comparison, if you say, hey, everyone, I have low self-esteem. I'm on HRT. I'm taking this, I'm taking that because I feel pressure to look a certain way. Can that not make a bigger difference? When you say, yeah, I look really good, but I'm taking this, people who are natural will not have to compare themselves to you.
This is why I do 12 to 15 blood-burning workouts a week, just to feel like I'm okay.
He doesn't like the way he looks, and so he's taking these things because it helps him. He feels so much pressure.
Still, I have to absolutely crush myself to do so, and I'm wrecked physically and cognitively, and hormone replacement has helped in a profound and significant way.
Why didn't you say that months ago? When people ask you, are you natural? Why could you not have said, well, I trained natural for so long, and then I felt depressed, and then I took HRT prescribed by my doctor. Now I feel so much better. I really want to help those 4,000 people a day who commit suicide, 80,000 who are attempting it. I want to help them. Perhaps if they took HRT, perhaps if they did what I did, they could feel better. But rather than that, perpetuates the lie, doubles down. No, I'm natural. Stop accusing me. Why are you even asking me? Well, why do you think?
Thank you to everyone for the support, the criticism, the love, the hate, and above all else, the loyalty.
And what is the general reaction? Well, I was reading the comment section, and what are most people saying? Well, I'll sum it up like this: respect for admitting it. And so it's like I've told other people in the past, other YouTubers, if you make a mistake and you know that you're wrong and you admit it, say you're sorry, most people, they're going to move on. They're not going to dwell on this for years. And so as much as people wanted to hate on the Liver King, he's made one simple video, and the majority of people who've seen it are saying, hey, it's okay. You admitted it, we can move on. And so what would have been the simple solution? Well, to admit what you're doing all along, never had to say he was natural, never had to have the lie, could have done the exact same thing. Hey, I'm on HRT and I eat a bunch of liver. And I do this and I do that. I walk around my shirt off and I scream Liver King. What would have been wrong with that? But no, he decided to lie, say it was natural. And finally, he's been outed and he's admitting he's wrong. And so I guess it's time to move on. Let me know in the comments section. What do you think of his apology? Do you think it's real? Do you believe he's only on 120 milligrams a week? Do you believe he's on anything else? And looking for supplements, I have a company harder than last time, HLT Sups. Please click the link in the description. Use code Greg, 10% off. I'm on 140 milligrams a test a week. You can still buy all the supplements. They're all amazing. They all work. Please go and get them. Also, cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm. Like the video if you liked it. Like it right now. Watch one of those two bloops. You don't have to watch them both. And until next time, I'm out.